San Francisco has gone through a plethora of quarterbacks throughout Kyle Shanahan's tenure with the Niners. First, it started with Brian Hoyer, CJ Beathard, Nick Mullins. Then you had times of Jimmy Garoppolo, and then sprinkle in Trey Lance, and finally Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy really set the league on fire, and if he started the whole season, there's no doubt he would have easily been the offensive rookie of the year. And while many people shifted their focus from Brock Purdy to Trey Lance or Sam Darnold after Brock Purdy sustained a UCL tear in the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles, it looks like that Brock Purdy may still start week 1. In a recent report, Matt Maiocco said that Brock Purdy is believed to be fully cleared to play around August 21st. This means he's expected to start week 1 after making a full recovery this offseason. This comes as big news as during this offseason at the start, it was questioned if Brock Purdy would even be back during the season. First, he had to get over the hump of not having to have Tommy John surgery. Instead, he had an internal brace. And here's another important factor to consider. Brock Purdy didn't have the strongest arm before this injury, but recently there's a doctor that spoke that said Brock Purdy's arm strength should return to the same amount of strength as it had before. There's also been Hall of Fame pitchers and baseball players' careers to suggest this would be the case. Recently, Brock Purdy was throwing, and it's been reported that there was no soreness or any type of issues during these throwing sessions, and Brock Purdy may even be a little bit ahead of schedule. He's been able to gain some strength prior to throwing by lifting weights, and now he's really working on just getting his arm up to strength to be able to be fully ready to go during that August 21st deadline. The key things for Brock Purdy is just to monitor how he responds to throwing with an increased workload, and that's what they're keeping their eye out on during this mini camp period. And then Brock Purdy is going to go to Jacksonville, where he's going to meet up with his throwing coach, Will Helwit, who helped him prior to the draft add 5 miles per hour to his ball. So they're going to refine his throwing motion and make sure that no bad habits slip into his form while he's recovering from this serious injury. So the hope there is that Brock Purdy continues his throwing program, gaining that strength while also refining his form to how it should be. And then he returns around training camp fully ready, hopefully ready to go around August 21st, fully clear to play, and then start week 1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know a lot of people think the Niners won't start Brock Purdy week 1. I think this whole entire offseason, they've been saying if Brock Purdy is ready to go week 1, he's going to be the starting quarterback. General Manager John Lynch said that he's the leader of the clubhouse, and Kyle Shanahan said that Brock Purdy played like he deserved to be a top 3 pick in the NFL draft. And while many people don't have faith in Brock Purdy and his recovery, that's not new to Brock Purdy. I mean, he's called Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. So while fans and many people will count out Brock Purdy, I think he'll continue to shock the league like he did last year. But those are just my thoughts on the news that Brock Purdy will be most likely starting week 1 according to Matt Maiocco. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. It would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching.